In this video, I'm going to show you how to paint a kangaroo. It's very bouncy. I'm going to draw this kangaroo jumping on the grass. Okay, where I'm going to draw it. So first I'm going to see the head will be here. Draw it a little bit loose first. I'm going to have a little bit higher. Like here you go. The back over here, and then make sure you have enough room for the tail. So I'm going to put the tail right over here. So it's not going to be have it too far away to the right hand side. And make sure you have enough space. So the back over here, I'm going to move the back a little bit to the left hand side. So make sure you have enough room for the tail. So you have to plan it first. It's very important that you have enough space. So the face looks like a triangle, like that. And now, of course, they have ear. I'll take care of the details a little bit later. So the neck and the neck curve coming all the way toward the chest, like this. And then it's like a ball shape at the back over here, like that. Here you go. And I'm making sure I have still have enough room on the tail over here. I'm going to have the tail a little bit higher. Here you go. Let's take a look at the leg. You see that it's very important to have a good planning. And coming down, oh, that is not enough. So what I want, I'm going to have the whole thing a little bit higher. So now I'm going to move this higher to here, right? So that much higher. So I'm going to draw that. This coming up like this. And this much higher, so that the top over here will be the ear is right over here, right? That's pretty easy to change it. Look like a triangle. That's why we don't want to draw the details so soon, because you ended up stuck with a composition that we don't have enough space to draw everything that we want to draw. So now you're going to see it's very easy to correct it like that. And then the tail right here. Here you go, like that. Now we still have the room for the leg, like this. And then here you go, have the 2 foot right over here, like that. And then the front, the little arm over here, like this. Okay, this is good. Now we know the composition. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to erase all the line I don't want to keep, but you don't want to erase it too soon, because you need the older lines as a reference so that we can draw the new lines much faster and quicker and easier. Now here you go. It's how easy. Now we know the real composition is look like this. So what I'm going to do next, now I'm going to draw a little bit carefully. Now I'm drawing the details. Now take a look on the face and curve a little bit. And then the mouth doesn't need to be that long, a little bit shorter. The face look like the shape of the deer. Very simple, very similar. And here you go. Be patient. Okay, that's good. Now the eye, I will only see the one eye because it's like a profile shape. And I'm gonna iris right over here. You got this one ear and the other ear on this side. And I have some kind of fur on this side. And I have a little soft fur on the back. Okay, that's pretty easy. Now coming to the top over here. After you have the composition nicely, it's very easy to add the details because you only need to see the smaller area. And like that, I'm gonna continue like that. Okay, this is the tail. Like that. Right over here. Now I'll come back to the neck over here. It's very much good. I'm gonna fine tune it, making sure it looks good, make it clean. And then all the way coming on this side. Like that. That looks good. Now, we're coming to, this is actually the light from the back. So this is the shadow side. Now I'm going to take a look at this leg. Like this. Here you go. 1 inch at a time. Slow down. Okay. Like that. Come in a little bit. And then, here you go. Like that. And little curve coming over here. And have, it's very thin over here. And see, there's a shadow on this side. Okay, let's take a look. It may be a little bit too long, so I'm gonna make it a little bit softer, a little bit shorter. Okay, come here. That's good. There you go. Like that. And they have a little nail. That looks good. Okay, on the other side, it's almost like a duplicate. I'm gonna, here you go, coming down and show it. Here you go, over here. Very similar. Like that. That looks good. Okay, now I'm gonna see the arm at the front. Like this. Okay, this the finger over here at the arm is very small. And like this. That looks good. It has a very big and strong leg, but the arm is very small. Interesting. Okay, I have a little bit on the other side. So connect to here. Like that. I'm gonna add a couple more. Like that. That looks good. And we're almost ready to paint. Okay. And I'm gonna have the catch the shadow on the grass over here like this. Like draw a few lines like this. Have the shadow come up. I think it looks really good. I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna ready to do the watercolor painting. Paint the grass first. Just take the yellow color and put it right here and add a little bit blue color. yellow plus blue equals green color. Okay, so I'm going to paint it around the outside over here, so I still can see the light on the other side, like that. Okay, I'm going to take this color and quickly lay it in the outside. Okay, I'm gonna come down on this side like this. That looks good. I'm gonna do a little bit faster, otherwise the color is gonna getting dry on the paper. Okay, like this. Okay. Painting right around outside the edge. Like that. That's good. Now let's continue as we mix color, and it's very easy to mix the color because it's only the yellow and the blue color. Okay, let's continue on the other side over here and take a look at, here you go. Like that. Here you go. It's not hard. Just put the color on. That's good. And on the bottom, at the bottom over here, I'm gonna have a little bit darker, like just to catch the shadow and maybe little details on the ground. Like that. Just tap on it. That's good enough. And now I'm gonna wait a little bit, let it dry, and then I come back to do the kangaroo. I'm going to take the blue color, take the red color. It's almost there. I'm going to add a little bit more. A little red color. Now that's good. Now I'm going to paint it in the shadow side. I'm going to leave the light side and a little light side on the edge. Seeing the light coming from the other side. And over here too. I leave the edge a little bit lighter. That's good. Right, it's a little bit blue color, a little bit purplish color. I'm gonna add the darker color a little bit later. So now I'm gonna add a little water. Here you go. Gonna continue. Make sure enough water when you paint. Okay, like that. And then coming around, I'm gonna leave the edge a little bit lighter. And maybe add a little warm color to it a little bit later. But at the beginning, I'm just gonna paint it separate into the light side and the shadow side. Okay, like that. Okay. Here you go. Now the bottom over here have a little bit more red. So let's put this color, one color first. And over here, now I'm gonna, here you go. Here you go, the tip over here, like that. That's good. Now coming down here, also have a little blue color. I'm gonna have a little bit more blue. Just put the blue color into it. And that's good. Okay, and the other side also have a little bit blue. Okay. I also leave the edge a little bit light, because that's the light coming from. Now I'm gonna have a little bit brighter color, and the bright color I can use that the yellow and the red color. So this is good, a little bit brighter, a little bit warmer. So I'm gonna have this color coming down over here, maybe a little bit red. Gonna get a little bit red color. That's good, like that. And the bottom over here also have this color too. This is called wet into wet technique. So just put the color over there, let it just fade away. This is fine. And the color looks pretty good. Now I'm just use the water. I'm gonna connect this color together. That looks good, like that. And I'm gonna add a little bit even darker color. Now I'm gonna take the blue color and take the red color. These two color together is make it looks really, really dark. Okay, that's good. And the tip over here, I'm gonna make it even darker. Here you go, like that. That's good. And the top over here, I'm gonna drop in a little darker color. This technique is called dropping in the color. Like that. And a little bit darker color. Maybe a little bit darker in the ear. I'll come back to look at it after after color settle a little bit. Okay. That looks good. Now the side over here, I'm gonna lift it up. So you don't really need to worry about, oh, the color is fade, and that's okay. And you can fix it. Watercolor is just very easy. Okay, you can lift it up step by step. You don't need to be feeling panic, right? Okay, that's good. Now we're waiting for the top over here dry, and we're going to take care of the grass a little bit more. So I'm going to take this yellow color, add a little blue color. Okay, coming over here, I'm going to just, here you go, just put a few lines like this, showing there is the catch the shadow, and showing that actually this kangaroo it jump off from the ground. Like that. That's good. I'm going to make this a little bit blur, so I don't need it to be so clear. That's good. Like that, a little bit softer. And maybe a little bit color over here too. So look at the ground, it's not totally flat. Yeah, a little bit have some shadow somewhere. That's good. Now we're gonna lift up a little color over here. Let's take a short break. At the top over here, I'm gonna add a little bit brighter colors. So the bright color usually is orange colors, really bright, like that. So the red and the yellow, and make it very bright and a little bit warmer here too. So I'm gonna add this color over here, make it look like the sun shine on the top of the kangaroo, like that. And look at the top over here, and have a little bit warmer color, also a little bit even darker color. Let's take a little darker color right in here. That's good, right? As I'm going to also paint it into the eye. Okay, and then the nose, like that. And then the fingers. That. Here you go. And get a little bit blue color. Okay, and give a little suggestions at the elbow. and have a little bit warmer color like that, a little bit over here, and it's some kind of interesting folding. Wow, looks pretty good. And the top over here, get a little bit darker color and have it even softly fade into the other side. That's good. Like that. And inside the ear, you can see a little shadow. Okay, I'm gonna come back over here. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit more. Okay, I have it here. I'm gonna expand this. That's good. Like that. That's good. Okay. I'm gonna soften a little bit over here. Here you go. Okay, on the face over here, and this a little bit darker. Like that. Okay, now I'm gonna set a little bit shadow. Just a little bit darker color right over here. That's good. And a little bit more blue color. And the finger. A little bit darker, like that. There you go. A little bit warmer color. Just a little bit right over here. And showing there is a little fold over there. And the kangaroo looks pretty good now. I'm gonna have a little bit light color and continue on this side. It looks like it's continue. I'm gonna soften the color over here. Make it a little bit, just use the water. I can soften it. Now I think the painting is finished.